Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
We just had dinner, so it's not morning.
Yeah, well, I get you. I'm gonna say good morning anyway. So we've been working on the money issue. You probably don't know what the money issue means. It's hard to get money from your English bank, Japanese, United States. Yeah, it's about that one. United States bank account to your Japanese bank account because it costs a lot of money. So, fun. So, we're trying to get some wire transfer doodad worked out, and I don't want to go to the Japanese bank because they'll all speak Japanese and I don't speak that good of Japanese, and I'll be feeling all sad because they'll be speaking in Keigo and I'll be speaking in try not to use short form, which is extremely impolite, but it's all I can manage. Anyway, that's what we've been trying to do. We found the awesomest game ever for an online roleplay game.
Guess what? It's one of the best roleplay games ever. It turned into an MMO. It's Pokemon the MMO.
Yes.
We found it on a joke website, basically.
Yeah. This place that kind of specializes in Pokemon jokes. They posted it, and it was a YouTube video, and because you've seen Pokemon MMOs before, like, oh, of course, Pokemon's coming out for the Wii on an MMO, large-scale, 3D world. No, it's not. But, well, that wasn't really, they almost promised that. But, it was a YouTube video with a bunch of people, and I'm like, oh, that could be so easily done. You just take screenshots of a couple different games of when you're playing on an emulator on your computer. And for the record, us doing this is perfectly legal because we own the games. Ha. For the record, this is legal. For us, it is legal. But you basically go and you take a ROM of Fire Red, and you take a ROM of Soul Silver in our case, and you use the game that they've set up, the MMO, and you can play with a bunch of other people, and Jumpion is not real. If you do play Jumpion, it's not real. It's
real.
I think it's a funny joke. Sometimes.
You see, people that are new to the game don't think Jumpion is real because they don't have one yet.
Yeah, okay, that's nice. But in the game, it kind of glitches, so you see the other players jump, and they're not really jumping, so people are like, how do you jump? How do you get over the... I swear, please research Pokemon before you play this game, or something, because if you go there acting like an idiot, I'm probably going to be one of the people on the game telling you to Google it and stop being a lazy pain in the butt and asking how do you get past the 4th gym, or get to the 4th gym.
How do I get past these little trees?
Oh gosh, I haven't heard that one.
I
God,
have.
Oh, are you kidding me?
How do you get past these little trees? You get cut.
And where do you get cut?
You go to the SSN and you talk to the captain.
Better
you
get.
Fight your freaking rival before you get to the captain. Rub his back.
And then
He'll puke into a bucket.
Gosh, I don't remember that.
And then he gives you cut.
Anyway, please. So the chat logs can be filled with something other than, hey, how do you do this? Use Google and ask Google the question first. The game is pretty much the same as the Fire Red version.
Yeah.
I think they might have switched around some exclusive Pokemon. You can get Caterpie and Metapod in it, by the way. Much to my happiness, because I'm a Caterpie person. And
Yeah.
let it be. Anyway, so before we make an entire 20-minute video based on Pokemon, what else did we do? Oh, gosh, we went to the supermarket that's supposedly closer to our house. Not a fun experience. Google lied. It wasn't closer at all.
And then we kind of got lost on the way
Yeah,
back.
I got lost on the way back, but it's just normal. Then we backtracked, and then I'm like, hey, it's this way! And he was kind of going the same direction earlier, but I'm like, no. because the area around there is really convoluted and you can get yourself into dead ends. And I'm pretty sure it's a newly developed area, so there's a lot of houses under construction and new streets and streets. Oh my gosh, I should have taken a picture, but I don't think I have my camera. There was this one street where the street is narrow and there's a stop sign and there's a painted line in the middle of the road that says to stop. And the painted line, you know, it's supposed to go halfway across the street because the street's supposed to be 2 cars wide. Very funny. The painted line went almost all the way to the other side of the street because the street was so narrow. And there was like a foot, maybe a foot and a half of space between the gutter. And yeah, it was just funny.
Open gutters in Japan.
Yeah, there's open gutters, and then there's gutters with grates that are kind of a pain. And then out in front of Kansai Garai, there's gutters with grates, and then they're separated by these metal panels that have pictures of like otters and a bunch of other cute animals on them. I think it's encouraging you not to litter down the drain, but it's really cute. I don't care. They're colorful. Anyway.
Yeah, today is interesting. Today is apparently harvest day for a lot of the wheat that's around here. I mean, rice that's around here. If you go to Japan, there's a lot of little rice fields in between buildings.
And they smell like rice too. They smell like freshly cooked rice. You know it's rice.
There's a lot of rice. You'll see just rows and rows and rows of rice. And today apparently is one of the days in which people go out and harvest the rice because there was lots of. We went to the supermarkets today, and there was I saw some people cutting down rice to get rice, and they actually had large bags of rice that they were shipping out, and you could just see areas that used to have rice in them that were kind of
because we didn't know if they were rice or not. I was pretty dang sure. We didn't know they'd actually be harvested. They harvest it. They harvest rice that grows on the side of the street. That is so cool. And that would not fly in America. No, there's probably some law against it. For a good reason, too. I mean, people throw cigarette butts out the window. Do you really want your plants growing with cigarette butts?
You want to eat that rice?
I haven't seen many cigarette butts on the ground, have I?
But
You have? Okay, well, I don't. Anyway, and then we came home and took all the yummy food and put it in the refrigerator, I guess.
refrigerator.
And my biggest achievement of today is I found cockroach bait and traps. Because in the rainy season in Japan, if you have an old house that has a lot of, you know, it's an older house, so it's, what's the word? Insulation isn't all new.
Rundown.
I wouldn't call it rundown. Rundown is something different. But its insulation isn't new. Its windows aren't completely sealed. Its doors aren't completely sealed. There's cracks and bugs get in.
Some water stuff markings around. There's creaky floors.
It's an old house.
Death stairs.
All of that means it's an
stairs.
old house.
Death stairs.
They're really steep. I haven't died. And if they were death stairs, I'd be dead. Anyway, I haven't died, so they're not death stairs. But because of that, a lot of insects get into this house, and for older houses like this, cockroaches tend to come in when it's wet and rainy outside, because they don't like the wet and rain, and they come in where it's safe and dry and there's food. Because I drop rice kernels sometimes. No, besides
all
that.
the time.
Besides that, even if you drop like little tiny things or stuff crumbs, they eat anything and they survive for days and months without food. I looked it up because I was interested in like, how do I kill these freaking things? We've only seen a few, and we've never seen more than one at a time. And Japanese cockroaches don't like to stay together. Gosh, you didn't see one, did you? He's reaching for the cockroach poison. Bought that today. And the flying insects poison, I'm pretty sure it's mosquito. It makes a cloud though. We haven't tried this one out because we haven't seen any cockroaches coming home today. Yeah, I found one on the front door and I kind of sprayed it with this and knocked it down. It was kind of running in circles and I stomped on it. But yeah, so I've been really angry at them. So we got 3 different types of cockroach killer. And I'm hoping from that I will never see another one in this house again. And if we do, we have a 3rd type of cockroach killer. He likes killing cockroaches. I can smell that one, so stop shaking it. Stop it! It smells so weird. Yeah, and then we came, and after that, I made dinner. And his dinner consisted of gyoza, obviously, rice, obviously, and ham with cheese melted on top. He likes that for some reason. I think it's disgusting. Ew. Anyway, and I had rice with potatoes with cheese melted on top because rice and potatoes
And cheese.
doesn't seem too healthy, so I put cheese on it. And my meal is still entirely white, which worries me. And that picture has the cockroach trap next to it. That's safe. And then he had the sauerkraut.
Picture. I haven't seen the picture.
Use your imagination. He had sauerkraut, which has alcohol in it, which he actually really likes, because we got some, because we were at the Good Life Co. instead of the Ugly Life Co. that's like a half an hour walk away from here. What's happening? Down a dangerous freaking road next to train tracks. Never again! And he was doing that, and I had Calpis soda, which is kind of like Calpis with a carbonation. Did you know that we liked Calpis? Calpico? Not that other thing? Calpis?
Cow piss?
Shoot. So yeah. That was our 2 days. We should have made a video last night.
Maybe.
Realized that at like 11 o'clock. Huh. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Nothing else. Oh. I'm gonna go watch some anime and finish my potato and cheese and rice. Bye-bye.
I'll have to get up. Here.